Hey guys, my name is Errol Hurt on behalf of Missing Link Consulting Services, where we set your business up for success for the present and future. And today we will be looking at the essential pieces which are needed for any business to run. But before we get into the nitty gritty, you need to ask yourself, what exactly do I need? Many people think it's as simple as creating a product or providing a service and asking for money in exchange, but really it's so much more. And identifying the key elements in your business model can make a world of difference, saving you time and most importantly, making you money. This is 3 questions to ask before you start your business. And before you start the video, don't forget to subscribe for more tips and tricks. Number 1, what do I want out of this business? I know what you're thinking. Obviously, you want to make as much money as possible and grow to become a worldwide brand. But let's be honest here, most companies aren't able to do that for one particular reason, and that's because their sense of scope is out of whack. Yes, being as profitable and as successful as possible should be the end goal. But when you're starting out, you aren't going to make $1 million immediately. You might even be unlucky enough to not make a dime on what you're selling. The example I'm using today will be Susie and her new cake business. Now, Susie has made cakes all her life. She wants to make cakes for the world and get paid for doing it. Susie opens up a shop in town and is ready for business in a few days. 2 weeks later, she's only sold a couple of cakes. Why isn't anyone buying her cakes? How is she going to pay the rent? This is a perfect example of when your ambitions don't align with reality. It's hard to expect a certain level of business without any buzz or word of mouth around, so it wasn't a great idea to get a lease and facility to hope that people showed up. She should have stayed at her apartment and made cakes for people she knows would buy them and let them spread through word of mouth. Of course, advertising and marketing would have helped as well, but the point is, don't bite off more than you can chew. Apple was started in a garage. Start slow and make your way up once you reach certain thresholds. Make weekly, monthly, or even yearly goals to gauge your business's performance before you get put into a financial constraint. Susie can make cakes for her neighbors who have to know someone who will want a cake, right? I sure as hell would buy cakes from someone recognized for their work. Also, know that you don't have to become the next Apple. If you want to make some quick money on the side, you don't need to become a multinational LLC. The level of success you're trying to achieve will affect how much marketing and production you'll need to make it. Being honest with yourself is the first step in starting a successful business. Number 2, how will I fund this business? This question may be the most important one you ask yourself in the beginning stages, and honestly there's no right or wrong answer here. Again, it all depends on what you're looking to do. With the rise in e-commerce, capital is being allocated differently for many different types of businesses. For example, a tutoring company would barely need physical capital such as an office or office materials. As long as the owner had an email address, all business transactions could be handled over the internet. On the other hand, Susie would most likely need different tools to succeed. To bake a cake, she would need eggs, batter, a mixing pan, an oven, and so on. But that's only surface level. For the oven to even run, she would need gas or electric. For an email address, she would need at minimum a phone or computer to send and receive emails, but she will also need internet or phone data consistently to even be able to access said emails. A lot of these smaller expenses add up, so it's best to identify what are necessary and what are optional or have alternatives available. Susie, like most startups, will likely be using assets she already owns. No need to worry about a new electric bill when she's using her own power to bake cakes. She already has unlimited data. Does she really need a new phone or computer at this time? Sit down and calculate what it takes for your business idea to be sustainable. Once the money starts to roll in, then you can start making investments working towards expanding and updating the processes already in place. However, like I said before, this won't apply to all businesses, and some will require an investment up front. Restaurants, for example, have to obtain licensing, chairs, tables, plates, utensils, and possibly other employees before they even begin making money. Susie may not need those at her apartment, but when she moves into her storefront for good, she'll definitely have to invest in the necessary equipment to maintain a certain level of performance. Be sure to understand what costs are associated with your business and their level of necessity to maintain a good idea of where your business will go. Number 3, does my business model make money? Remember when I said obviously you want to make as much money as possible? Well, that's definitely a good sign, but not all money is profit. Let's go over the basics of business. For any company, all money made during operations is considered revenue. However, this does not equal profit, mainly because of one little thing: your cost. Profit equals your revenue, which is all the money coming into your business subtracted by the costs or total liabilities that need to be paid at that time. Depending on the business you are trying to run, you may only see a fraction of that money turn into a net benefit, and this is largely dependent on the price you are selling at. Bigger prices may increase revenues and profits, but may also turn customers away who can get a similar product cheaper. For example, Susie may decide to sell her cakes at $20 a pop, sell 50 and you made $1,000. However, the supplies needed to make the cakes cost $500 and the rent of her storefront is $1,000 a month. After paying for her liabilities, she will still owe $500. Of course, that $1,000 cost could be eliminated if she stays home and works, netting her a profit of $500. Your profits are largely determined by you and will change based on your business model. There's also direct, indirect, variable, and fixed costs to consider, but that will be the point of another video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe for more videos from Missing Link Consulting Services. Also, post this video link when contacting us for services for 10% off all consultation fees. Please visit our website at www.missinglinkconsulting.weebly.com.